What are some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you follow? We do Secret Santa every year. Mum gives out names and we spend about £40.50 on it. My fiancé always gets unlucky by getting my aunties/uncles, who she's barely met, and I always get it easy. Had my oldest brother 3 years running. Hope he enjoys his Cuntosaurus Rex mug smile. And now I do Christmas every other year with my fiancé's family. They have the pajamas and Christmas movie on Christmas Eve tradition. They're also planning on moving to Devon/Cornwall, who apparently have a midnight dip in the sea as a tradition. Looking forward to that. Christmas is my mom's favorite time of the year by far. She grew up very, very poor, had like 5 toys in her childhood, and never really got to celebrate Christmas very much. So now, she decorates the house with fake snow and colorful lights, meticulously wraps the banisters in garlands, lays out her crystal sleighs and precious moments nativity set, and all around there are various ornaments and decorations that my siblings and I made growing up. In recent years I've started helping more by decorating cabinets and doors with ribbons and bows. By the time Christmas Eve rolls around, our house is cozy and colorful, decorated like a home and not a magazine. Oh, and she also buys way too many gifts for everyone, lol. She's amazing. I recently found out that only Lithuanian and Polish people have these Christmas Eve traditions. We prepare 12 dishes, mostly containing fish, usually mackerel, and everyone must have at least a little bit of each at dinner. Before setting the table we put some hay on it and only then the tablecloth, so after everyone's eaten we pull a strand of hay from underneath the tablecloth and try to predict what the new year has in store for us. Long, undamaged strand means long, healthy life, thin and broken means illness, and so on. There are many more games, like going outside and listening which direction the dogs bark from. If it's east, you'll have an eastern spouse. This is only for single women. One of the things I find really interesting is the poppy milk. Yes, Lithuanians grind poppy seeds, pour water over them and put some homemade kushakai, tiny Christmas Eve pastries, in it. It's a very popular dish for the evening. And last, but not least, we make sure to leave one seat at the table empty, with its own clean plate, utensils, and then we leave all the unfinished meals out on the table overnight. We believe lost souls, deceased family members and those who couldn't be there with the family at dinner will come to feast that night. Quite a bit to read, but I think our traditions are really interesting and beautiful. Most of them originate from paganism, even if it is considered a Christian holiday nowadays. Anyway, happy holidays and a peaceful Christmas Eve to all. We do gifts Christmas Eve night, so on that night, my parents would swear they heard Santa and we'd go for a walk to find him. While on the walk, someone stayed back to put the gifts out. Once we got back, it was always, oh man, we just missed him. It's not really on Christmas, but it's related to Christmas. Every year, since I was born, we go to this one Christmas tree farm on Black Friday to get our tree. In the 20 years we've done this tradition, my younger sisters and I get very excited and we've watched the tree farm grow and get more popular every year. They always have free hot cocoa and apple cider there too, and it's very simple powder cocoa, but boy oh boy does it taste so good when we go once a year. Supermarket sweep last minute shopping. Take a person to the toy aisle. The challenge, you versus them in who can find the coolest thing. If they win you go sad face Uno and buy it for them. They get a dope present along with victory. We in Venezuela used to close streets so kids could ride their bicycles, skates and roller skates. We call them patinatas and used to be a lot of fun. Alright, let's go back to Christmas 1999. My family went to Thailand for a month to visit my mom's sister over Christmas and New Year's. It was my first international trip, and at the age of 9, I was an extremely picky eater. I complained about food the whole trip. I was ecstatic when we found a KFC. But nothing was more momentous than when I unwrapped 2 boxes of Kraft Dinner on Christmas, cried of joy, and promised my cousin I wouldn't share it with anyone but her. My mom started giving me KD every year for Christmas after that. When I was in high school, the joke got a bit old. But the joke was on me, again. My brother and I finally got around to eating the box sometime in April. There were others in the pantry already, and as we were pouring out the pasta, a gift card fell out. We proceeded to eat every box of KD over the next week and found one other gift card. Cue the next few Christmases, my mom now gives me several boxes of KD. It's 50-50 if there will be a gift card in it or not. Sometimes she purposely reglues some boxes so that we think we know which one has the gift, and it doesn't. She's masterful at it. Some years, there's no bonus gift. Side note, in my second year of university, she bought me fancy-looking pasta with a note saying something about my grown-up KD. My dad was so upset that she broke tradition, smiley face. She went back to giving me KD every year. We get new pajamas on Christmas Eve that we wear for Christmas morning, and we always watch Muppets Christmas Carol on Christmas Eve too. I think it's because of the song There's Only One More Sleep Till Christmas, and also because it's charming. I've watched it 3 times this year already. When I was little, my parents made Santa footprints that trailed from the fireplace to the Christmas tree, to the plate of cookies/milk/carrot. They were just cut-out cardboard footsteps that they covered with sparkles. It was so exciting as a kid, made Santa feel very real. My mother was a big fan of skipping lunch Christmas Eve and making a bunch of appetizers for late dinner while everyone would be taking care of wrapping their presents and the like, and we'd invariably have cocktails. Hers is preferred scotch and soda. This worked out if we went to early mass as well. My family's spin on it is that they're willing to have some breakfast. They never do, it usually goes to waste, so I stopped, and then they want appetizers throughout the day Christmas Day. I'm not as big a fan of this approach, especially since I like a Christmas beef roast, preferably rib roast. But since everyone pigged out on appetizers all day plus the candy in their stockings, no one except me ever wants any of the beef. We have this nice tabletop nativity scene I've loved putting together since I was little. The last couple years I've been sneaking a Brontosaurus and Charmander toy into it. Finding the pickle in the tree on Christmas Eve, first person to find it gets to open one gift first. I make a Christmas lasagna every year. This year I'll just be making a pre-made one since no one will be coming over. Usually our parents buy us a board game and we spend Christmas night playing it. This pales in comparison to some of the others, but my mother's side is Czech, so we always make Hoska loaf and kolaches with my great-grandfather's recipes. It's very delicious, and always a fun thing to wake up and eat on Christmas morning. On Christmas Eve, the first person to say Christmas Eve gift to another family member has to be given a small gift, fruit, candy, etc., from the person they said it to. I'm the smartass that texts everyone at 12:01 Christmas morning. Follow the leader to the Christmas tree. One family member is Santa. They get totally rat-assed and it's their job to hand the presents out. They have to guess what it is before they give it to you. Out of all the crackers pulled over the Christmas period, me and my brother see who can gather the most party hats, and we wear them all as a crown for the whole of Christmas Day. For my family, we would stay up on Christmas Eve. First we would have dinner, then we'd be watching movies till midnight. At midnight we would open presents. My boyfriend's family lights a candle and sings Happy Birthday to Jesus every year. Super Catholic. I really expected the religious bits to be more complicated actually. My family's most interesting tradition is that we each get an exotic fruit in our stocking that Santa picked up while traveling around the world. I always get pomegranate because it's my favorite. When I was a kid, I got to open one gift on Christmas Eve. It was always pajamas. Now, that tradition is passed on to my kids. My daughter loves it. My son hates it. When I lived at my parents' house, we would have Chinese food every Christmas Eve, and once I moved out with my boyfriend, we have changed the tradition to make it our own and get Mexican food on Christmas Eve. My mother-in-law makes everyone sing Happy Birthday to Jesus at 0 o'clock of the 25th. Every year my mom and I used to go plain and unconventional for Christmas dinner, and we ate at McDonald's every year for Christmas. It was her treat to me of sorts. When I was a kid, it used to be Wendy's since my mom hated McDonald's. We're doing our own separate Christmas dinners this year. I got mine early because I'd imagined DoorDash is a mess around Christmas time. My mom usually goes around Christmas Day, to avoid the crowds and the people. Sad to you, but it's special to us. Blame my grandparents for getting me into fast food to begin with, but at least they used to do something more traditional and bring a huge sack of presents every year when they came to visit.